Hello, boys and girls. Tonight I'm going to read you Cowboy Clyde Rides the Range. Cowpoke Clyde Rides the Range by Lori Mortensen, illustrated by Michael Allen Austin. Special Kitten Caboodle and Company Catalog. Wow, gee whiz, medley, splendid bicycles, reliable, second to none. Kitten Caboodle and Company, everything you want, plus the kitchen sink. Ladies and gents, you're in for a treat. Our bikes just can't be beat. When all your daily chores are done, climb on a Springer and have some fun. Rubber tires, steel body, sturdy handlebars. Ready for adventure? Try our special Springer model. Order one today for $8.95. Cowpoke Clyde poked out an ad. "Looky, dog, at this here fad. It says when all my chores are done, I'm supposed to ride a bike for fun. Ride a bike, it weren't no horse. You'd have to try it out, of course. Imagine me riding round on two big wheels across the ground." The more Clyde thought, the more he smiled at riding something not so wild. It wouldn't eat, it wouldn't stray, it wouldn't buck or bite or neigh. So with a wink at his old dog, Clyde bought one from the catalog. When it came, the one he'd seen, he strode around his steel machine. "Piece of cake," said Cowboy Clyde. "I think I'll take her for a ride." Clyde plopped down on the skinny seat and pushed the pedals with his feet. As he rolled, he picked up speed on his strange newfangled steed, wobbling down the road, right straight for a horny toad. A toad that scrambled from the fray, a toad that skittered clean away. Zigging left and right, Clyde bumped, and held on tight, wishing for some trusty reins to steer this thing across the plains. Then all at once, caught unaware, Clyde blundered toward a long-eared hare. A hare that stared with bugged-out eyes, a hare that leaped in sheer surprise. "Look out!" cried Clyde. "I'm coming through!" If only he knew what to do. Braking, steering, how'd it work? Riding bikes was plumb berserk. As beads of sweat rolled down his spine, he hurtled toward a porcupine. A porcupine with spiky quills, a porcupine that gave Clyde the chills. Would the beast and Clyde collide? "I'm done for now," the cowpoke cried. Swerving left, then swerving right, he jerked the bars with all his might, lurched his bike into the air, and cleared the quills with scant to spare. He landed smack right in the dirt, rubbed his seat, wiped off his shirt. He gave the bike a nasty kick. He didn't like it, not one lick. He grabbed his hat and started back, heading for his comfy shack. But as he walked, he thunked a bit. How could a cowpoke up and quit? "Who cares about a tomfool ride on some old bike?" cried Cowboy Clyde. So, like it was an ornery horse, Clyde went back to his bike, of course. Legs or wheels, hooves or spokes, he'd nail this ride, like all cowpokes. Clyde mounted up, set out again, dashed down a hill, and then, with one foolhardy, frenzied leap, he shot straight for some bighorn sheep. Sheep that bawed and twitched their tails, sheep with horns as hard as nails. But like a train upon a track, Clyde had no way to turn on back. Bouncing, bounding down the hill, he was doomed for sure until Old Dog, his howling, growling hound, raced round the windswept ground, scattering sheep as Clyde shot through. Clyde skidded to a stop. Yahoo! He didn't crash, he didn't fall. In fact, he weren't half bad at all. So he was riding like a pro in some two-wheeled rodeo. It ain't that hard, said Cowpoke Clyde, when you take it all in stride. Now, whenever chores are done, Clyde rides a steel machine for fun. Who rides with him across the ground? Of course, his faithful furry hound.